Hey everybody, Alan Weber here from the Mayor's office on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon wearing my new mask. This is the one I wear when I go out. I hope you all get some sort of face covering. As you know, the governor and the CDC and I all agree that these days it is important to stay safe. It's important to wear a mask. It's useful to protect yourself and to protect others. So if you go to do an essential shopping trip and limit those as much as possible, please do wear a mask. Wash your hands before you go out. Wash your hands when you come home. Keep a 6-foot separation between yourself and others. I thought I would give you a couple of updates of things that are happening here in Santa Fe around the response to the COVID virus. It continues to be the single most important part of every day in city government. We're trying to break the back of the COVID virus. We want you to please stay safe. We want you to please stay healthy. We want you to please stay home as much as possible. And I think the city can be proud. We're doing a very good job of reducing the spread of the virus, but you can never do enough. We're not through this safely yet. Sadly, we've lost people across New Mexico, and our thoughts and prayers go to their families. It's a very tough time when even something as traditional as a funeral and a family gathering have been interrupted by the virus that is spread all over the world. So don't catch it. If you don't have it, act as if you did have it. Get a mask, a little surgical mask that will protect you and will indicate to others when you go out into public that you're keeping yourself safe and you want to keep others safe as well. Tonight, there's a virtual city council meeting. Second time we've gone virtual with the city's business. It will be, you can link to it from the city's website. You can go to YouTube and Google City of Santa Fe and find a link that way. You can listen to it on the radio on KSFR. Your city council members and I will not be co-located. Remember, the governor and I have all said no more than 5 people in any space together. We are all going to be spread out and be connected virtually and have an agenda that we work through without all being in the same place. And that is the key to stopping the social spread of the virus. So 5 o'clock is the starting time. It'll be linked to from the city's website, or go to YouTube, put in the search box City of Santa Fe, listen to it on radio. Yesterday was a very successful small business webinar, and it was really well attended, incredibly well done. A lot of hard work went into it from our economic development team. We had great help from Senator Udall's team, from the governor's team. Bill McCamley from Workforce Solutions was a part of it, talking about how you get your own unemployment benefits if you have been a victim of the coronavirus and lost your job. Bill and his team are really on it. So if you need unemployment, if you've unfortunately lost your job, there is a way to file for unemployment quickly and efficiently over the web and get what you need. That small business webinar was designed to help our mom and pop stores, the backbone of our economy here in Santa Fe and in northern New Mexico, help those small businesses find their way into the future and stay alive during this very, very challenging public health emergency that is now an economic emergency. I believe that small business webinar is also posted on YouTube, so if you didn't catch it, and there were something like 500 people who signed up for it, if you weren't able to see it in real time, it is recorded and you can watch it. Another thing we did yesterday, you may have seen, was to shut down all of the playground equipment on our parks. And that's very simple. The reason for that is very simple and very clear. We are looking for every opportunity we can to stop the spread of the coronavirus. And while our Parks and Recreation team was out wiping down that equipment, sanitizing that equipment, we really couldn't say for sure that it hadn't been touched during the course of a day by somebody who might have been carrying the coronavirus. And so, better safe than sorry. We are roping off all of that playground equipment, and we're appealing to all of our families, all of our young people, please stay safe. Don't get into groups bigger than 5. Don't congregate close. Stay apart. Respect the idea of social distancing. Don't go out into public and then bring the virus home to your family. Studies of how the virus has spread in other parts of the world suggest that it was almost always spread within a family unit, that one individual would get it and pass it on to 3 or 4 others inside the family, an auntie, an uncle, a grandma, a grandpa. We don't want that. We can't have that. We've got to be very careful. So if you do go out and you want to use the parks, use the trails, go for a hike in this extraordinarily beautiful weather, that's a great idea. Wear a mask. Practice social distancing. Wash your hands before you go out. Wash your hands when you come back home. Tonight begins Passover. So for those in our Jewish community who'll be celebrating Passover, it is a wonderful holiday that celebrates the Jewish people getting out of Egypt and escaping from Pharaoh's clutches through the intervention of God and the miracles that happened in the course of that escape from the land of Egypt. It'll be a different Passover. It'll be a Passover where you really can't have a very traditional Seder, but maybe we can have virtual Seders and celebrate Passover at a distance. Of course, there is a special element to this year's Passover because of the plagues that were visited in Egypt, and here we find ourselves dealing with our own plague, and it's a reminder that throughout time, throughout the ages, all of us in different places and in different ways have had to contend with these kinds of challenging conditions. So have a safe Passover. Remember to open the door and leave one chair empty, and keep good social distancing. One other thing I wanted to promote is the Mayor's Cup Poetry Contest. This month is our Poetry Month, National Poetry Month, and our librarians once again are rising to the occasion here in Santa Fe with a terrific poetry competition. It is 4 different age groups, ages 7 to 10, 11 to 14, 14 to the end of high school age, and then adult. Our librarians will be accepting submissions April 7th through the 20th. You can find this at the City of Santa Fe or go to our public library website. There'll be winners announced at the end of the month, and the judging committee, made up of our librarians, will be selecting first, second, and third place prizes for each age group. All participants will receive a certificate of participation, and the work will be published in an online book. So you'll be contributing to something that commemorates this period of time through poetry. And the theme of the poem, in any style, is what Santa Fe means to me, especially now. So what would Santa Fe mean to you anytime, but now in this time of extraordinary healthcare concerns, the ripple effects of that across our community, at the same time that we're enjoying the gorgeous spring weather? What does Santa Fe mean to you, especially now, expressed in any kind of a poem? Haiku, sonnet, blank verse, rap, you name it. Send your poem in. The city's librarians will be accepting submissions April 7th through the 20th, and then at the end of the month, they'll be announcing the selections, and all of the work will be published in an online book. So put your poetry cap on and think like a poet, and see what you can do. It's a fun way to express your feelings about this time we're in. That about wraps it up for this visit. Remember, there's a city council meeting tonight, but it's a virtual city council meeting. You can watch either through YouTube, you can catch us on television and on radio, go to the city's website. In the meantime, I really want to encourage everybody to stay the course. Stay strong, stay united, stay together. We are all in this together. We're going to make it through all together, but only when we face the fact that we've got to stay home, we've got to practice social distancing, we have to begin wearing masks every time we go out the door to tell others that we're staying safe and keeping them safe. And then, as we make it through this, we will be one of the places in this country where we break the back of the coronavirus and our spread begins to slow down. We flatten the curve. We end up keeping more people healthy, keeping all of us together, keeping all of us safe. That's what we're doing. It is a global pandemic, but here in Santa Fe, it's an expression of our caring for each other, of our compassion, of our empathy, of our values, and our culture. Thanks for watching. I will catch up with you tomorrow after tonight's council meeting. Take care, stay safe, and to the best of your ability, please stay home. Take care.